Several people made this very reasonable comment on my video about why I don't like
I kind of agree with what he says, but here's the thing, and I word this a little differently as a DM. A passive role isn't something that we're going to use maybe the first few sessions, few levels. Ideally, though, it is something that will come into play later in the game, because as you progress, as your character progresses, and as we've played, I've heard you ask for things. I don't need the rogue to ask me every time we go somewhere, hey, is there a trap? When the first few sessions he's asked me, hey, is there a trap? Okay? So passively, I know this rogue is always on the lookout for a trap, right? I know that another character is constantly looking for tracks, or constantly looking at how the NPCs are acting around them, and always asking, hey, I want to roll insight on this, right? Or I know one character who's always trying to deceive somebody for some reason, right? And I don't always need them to roll for that. It takes up game time that we don't need to take up. And if they don't ask for it, I'm okay with that. Because that's what your passive skills are. They are the things your character is used to doing, right? I don't need to ask the barbarian when he says for the 50th time he'd like to throw a table across the room to make a strength check. No. Passively, you can do that. Hell, you've done it all campaign. There's really no reason to take up the time to say, okay, roll a strength check. Okay, that'll work. You throw the table. No, tell me what you want to do. If your passive skill's high enough, great. And if it's not, roll a strength check. Or if it is, if it's not, and this is something you've always asked to do, then you just fail. And then you can say, well, can I roll a strength check? Oh, sure, you want to put in the extra effort. Absolutely. See, there's times and a place, and a lot of the times they're there for the DM to help move the story along, move the session along. Because we don't always want to sit here and roll the dice. Sometimes we just want to role play.